Hey everyone, welcome back. Got another Conflict 47 game here. 1,000 points, maximum attrition. Some of the rules we use, some of the experimental walker and suppression rules. This game was played prior to the new FAQ coming out. Buildings only provide light cover. You'll see them, basically they're just standard little metal buildings, and so they provide no resilience to small arms. And then for the Americans, we ignored the 2 units of heavy infantry for one for the heavy infantry officer. Alright, bring us on to the Americans. I believe this was a list from last game. Snapshot of him. He's been getting these guys painted up, so yeah, they look sharp. Then on to the Russians. My Russians. Don't think I've done anything new for these guys since the last battle. I am dusting off the special forces here and running two units of the heavy infantry. So yeah, these guys would be on foot. I still need to build the light machine guns for them, and the heavy infantry with anti-tank riding in the truck. Picture of the battlefield. Like I said, you see these little huts here. Not going to provide much protection from fire, just concealment, not too much cover, which is why we only have the -1. Yep, these are treated as impassable terrain for vehicles, light woods, and a light barricade. Just a shot from a different angle brings us to top of 1. So most of my stuff here is spent getting into cover and or good line of sight. The idea is, these guys are slow, so start them on board. Mortar spotter here, tears just to get on there, and then anti-tank rifle just to kind of be a pain. You see the Paragon squad, heavy infantry come in. I think his HMG's down here. Yeah, and then my left, you see my medium mortar. The big stompy. Fireflies are coming in over here. My larger squad of terrors. Lieutenant Ivanov and the inexperienced guys. Just kind of a shot of the battlefield here. Brings us to 2. So yeah, Big Stompy shows up and he's starting doing his thing. You kind of see the cool conversion he did there. So yeah, he's coming in and just lights into the inexperienced guys. Yeah, I knew I was really hiding functionally all my guys, knowing this thing hadn't come on yet and I needed to be able to deal with it. So all my guys, anything of any value, is really hiding. And that's why after you see a handful of drop. Well, so now that he's out, Big Stompy up here, so I'm bringing out, move these guys into the building so they can, from here on out, the idea being is I can just kind of lay fire down on here. That's kind of why they were the anti-tank rifles in here, so I can pop shots off wherever I need. Shot from their side. Paragons go in the building. Heavy infantry goes in the building, so he's pretty much following the same. There's an air observer hiding out back here. Doing the same thing I'm doing. So just yeah, we got fireflies doing their thing. So they come out. Oh yeah. So they jump up behind cover. Good idea on their part, and just lay fire into me. Me being silly, I decide to firefight, and yeah, nothing. I think I hit him. I don't even kill anybody. So that was really a waste on my part. So then I move up LT at least to try to hopefully start stacking some pins on them. Brings us to 3. So yeah, start off the inexperienced squad Fubars. The idea was I was going to send them into the Fireflies. Hopefully force them to deal with it, but yeah, they Fubar and then run away. So then I get an idea going, okay, I'm going to move out, pop off to Panzerfaust at them. Yeah, I believe that, yeah, fire off 2 Panzerfaust at them, shoot at them. They're at -2. This will be great. So, yeah, I kill a couple, but I lose 2. And then believe, yeah, he fires into mine and just mows even more of them down. So, again, more of my tactical brilliance. Yeah, I probably should have, yeah, definitely not done that. I think this is compounding the mistake of engaging on a firefight when they're back here. I should have just took the hit, passed the leadership, I would have had a test, but passed the leadership test after they shot, moved over here, fired, and then maybe came up, snuck up this way to engage. And then, yeah, so we're engaging in a firefight with the heavy infantry here, and yeah, so we have resilient. These are the Mark II, my conversion on them, and yeah, so I just get hit and don't make the saves. So Panzerfaust failed against him off the first one, so I'm sending in the reinforcements of this is the truck of heavy infantry Mark One. So they pop out. We're ready to have some words with them, and I'm thinking, yeah, if I can pop this, that's my main worry for AT in this battle, and I'll then be able to they can either march up and sweep the backfield because there's the heavy machine gun and air observer. I can kind of pick up those points, or they can fall back and maybe try to help pin down the Fireflies. So sending in my special force groups here. So yeah, they were moving up, popping shots off, just trying to get some pins on them. It actually kind of works out. So I've did a little background, and so the Soviets don't have the Rift technology on their own, so they steal everything. So the idea, particularly in my special forces and Lieutenant Ivanov, that's just a character I named, is they're trying to grab anybody and anything of Rift tech. That's their focus. So it doesn't really have a big in-game impact or anything. But I always, when the choices go after something with Rift tech or without, they're going. Of course, I'm going to pick with it. Because that's kind of their mission, at least in my head. So they're coming up here to grab a Sergeant Nebraska here with terrors as reinforcements. So yeah, you see over here, they move, fired, whiffed. Then Marines come in and just lay into them. So yeah, now granted, there's a couple of them, but yeah, I lost 3. 3 guys. So that was unplanned, to say the least. And that brings us to 4. So yeah, about this time, we hear the roar of planes, Lieutenant Ivanov, and my poor mortar here, pop. Yeah, so, yeah, you can kind of see it. Yeah, he did a real good job of painting these guys up. But yeah, I just smoked my mortar. Didn't catch, I think he was far enough out, he didn't catch anybody else in the pins or anything. So it brings it to these guys. We gauge in a firefight with a walker. They managed to do some damage, but yeah, not enough. I think they maybe stunned it or caught fire. You see a number of pins on there, but they get wiped out in the process. So this pretty much means I can't do anything on my left flank, especially with a squad of Marines and some beat up Fireflies here. So I send in special forces go in. They get all jacked up, and but we do kill Sergeant Nebraska. So mission accomplished. At least that's what I'm saying. And we send in the special forces or the terrors. They're coming in to finish the job, and they do, but they still take hits. I mean, you see how many pins these guys had on them, and yeah, all but 2, the terrors got wiped in the combat. So that was interesting. But either way, special forces here, we still got our target. But heavy infantry didn't like that. Proceeded to mow these guys down. And that brings us to 5 mortar spotters just hanging out. Just hey guys over here. Yeah, keep fighting over there. I'll be over here. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to move them yet. So Ivanov gets mowed down by the Marines. So they're feeling pretty good about themselves. They're gunning down. G.I. Joe and friends are gunning down. My heavy infantry wounds Lieutenant Ivanov. So about this time, I'm I'm looking to scramble any point. So inexperienced squad, they got 3 pins. I got this, so they charge in and get wiped out in the process. Um, so yeah, at this point, maximum attrition. I'm getting the attrition part, so I'm getting mowed down. So we start running away. Big Stump, he's recovered and he's not too happy. So yeah, you can see everybody just running behind the buildings. Um, Special Forces made it all the way back, so he's dragging the remains of Sergeant Nebraska. Yeah, and we're hiding here, and that brings us to the end, hiding the best we can. Yeah, so that's the end. A solid American win of the battle. Um, so yeah, they solidly trounced as far as the unit kills and everything, which is kind of the point of a maximum attrition. So I managed to kill 1 unit. Um, the Paragon squad, he's killed 6. I am claiming the moral victory, at least, as I alluded to in the background, at least for my little group. They're after the special forces and Lieutenant Ivanov are after the all the latest and greatest Rift Tech technology, so they can bring back to their Soviet uh, R&D folks in Moscow. So mission accomplished. We got the latest and greatest Sergeant Nebraska. Um, Special forces were able to go in and capture him and bring him back. So sure, we lost a overwhelming amount of forces, but that's but a small price to pay for the greater good. Overall, it was a real fun game, even with getting trounced, and looking forward to getting some more games against this opponent. It's always a good time, so I'm glad whenever we can get together. Thanks for watching.